Last game played. Now here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Just 2 to shoot. Taken away by Williams. Bridges with it. Okongwu covering. Pass the ball. Kick by Bridges. Okongwu grabs the board. And the Hawks with possession. Here's Johnson. He's guarded by Williams. We play just over a minute here in the first. And it's Ball penetrating. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Now, here is Young. Inside. Now, here's Okongwu. Lets it fly. Buries the jump shot.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive. I hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And that one's good. Green.
Almost perfect in the game to start. 3 of 4.
Pass to Rizachet. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Okongwu a screen. The score now all even. Young's got 5 points so far.
If you're going to allow Trae to squeeze off a 3, he's going to squeeze hard.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
The kick out to Young. And there's the drive. The teardrop falls in. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
Now, here's Ball. From the wing. Rebound, Atlanta. 1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. Into the lane. Pass to Okongwu. Bridges outside. Now Miller. He's guarded by Johnson. Back to Bridges. Miller with a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Young's shot is off. Pass to Johnson. Daniels with it. Johnson the screen. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And a deep three from Young. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Hawks. Here's Ball. Pass to Miller. Launches it. The shot missing. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Capella, and he converts the layup. Capella's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
6 on the shot clock. Smith for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Here's Capella. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
A shot. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
With the drive. Niang, no good. Charlotte in the lead. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
I just feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Smith outside. Here's Nurkic. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
To the paint. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And that's where you want to feed Clint Capella, deep down on the interior part of the paint. Let him power it through.
Smith outside. Okogie for 3. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks trailing. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Bridges. Rebound, Atlanta.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Pass to Capella. Here's Niang. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. Now Green. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Jeremy Grant picks one up.
And there's one aspect of the game LaMelo's not going to ignore, keeping his teammates involved and the offense working as a unit.
Screen by Capella. It's deflected and stolen by Miller. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And here's Miller. He's got 7, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Charlotte.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
They get it back. Grant for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 16-7 run. Drains the three-pointer.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Grant. Green with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 8.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Bridges shot. Good. Bridges got his first bucket in this one.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And it's Risacher missing. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. To the inside. Green, no luck. And the Hawks with the possession. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Ball with it. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Green missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Young looking around. Driving in. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And what makes Young an all-star caliber player? Well, he can beat you with the jumper and the bounce.
Outside ball. And it's sent back by Okongwu.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
To the middle. Offensive rebound. Back to Johnson. Pass to Young. And that's a foul called on Josh Green. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. Johnson the screen. The second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pick by Bridges. Miller outside. Pass to Green. Clock at 4. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 13 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Charlotte leading by 6. Left side, ball. Down low. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Timeout. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Several teams changing it up here. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Pass to Okogie. Man with it. Back to Smith. Charlotte moving the ball around. And the slam by Williams.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Reza Shea. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Reza Shea has everything you need to be a great mid-range shooter. He stays on balance, can rise above defenders, and has that high release point. He's got the total package.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Smith. 8 points for him. Here's Mann. Shoots from 8. The rebound by Grant.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You've got to play tough, physical defense.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Okogie. Back to Mann. Here's Okogie. Beyond the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Okogie's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
48.
And so it's
39.
fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Charlotte leading by 9. Now Mann in the corner. Smith with it. Back to Mann. Pass to Salon. Knocked away. And now here comes Daniel leading the break.
Yeah, for Daniels, it's still about finding his niche. It's the potential of Daniels that keeps you tantalized. The swingman that can play multiple defensive positions.
And the Hawks making a change here. Both shots good from the stripe. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Off the bounce, Daniels showing a great burst.
Now here is Smith. And it's Nick Smith with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourself, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Jonathan Miller. LaMelo Ball.
The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Daniels. And it's Grant in the corner. Back to Daniels. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, the athleticism there on display from Daniels. That's fun.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. On the wing, Miller. Pass the ball. Shoots. Atlanta with the rebound.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Johnson outside. Three-pointer, Daniels. Bridges with the board. Charlotte leading by 3. Back to Nurkic. And here's Miller. Inside. Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
Daniels with it. Drives to the hoop. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Back to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Miller. Launches a 3. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. And the Hornets lead by 6. And here is Capella. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
So it's the Hawks now.
Onyeka Okongwu.
And Okongwu has it in the corner. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And Okongwu slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here. Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Young, no good.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Miller outside from downtown. Charlotte no good that time either. The Hawks trailed by 4. Young drives in. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Embracing the big moment is Trae Young.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Hornets miss again.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 37 seconds left in the 4th. Green draws the double. Bounce pass from Bridges. There's Miller with the 3. It's money from deep.
Already, Miller showing he has no problem in the big moments. How about the gut from that young man?
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Johnson. Now Reza Shea. It's Young on the wing. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Hawks foul. First personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.